Hello, friends, and welcome to Tally the Votes Australia Survivor Season Redemption Week 7. All right, well, it's a nutty week to talk about it. I'm here with my good friends, Christy and David, and we are going to cover all 3 episodes. Christy, all 3 episodes. And everything that has happened this week. It was a tough one. We lost people and people we wanted to see make it to the end. So let's wipe our tears and move on with our grief and get right into it. So, leaving last week, we had Simon cut, which has made Cameron live on the top of the world. He's telling the others that Brooke has an idol. We know it's just half of one. Club Kaput is getting busy looking for an idol, but Caleb follows them around to make sure they can't sneak one past him. Brooke misses the idol, but Sally finds the other half. Okay, so
Brooke
now
essentially
begins.
had her hand on it. It was ridiculous.
Now is the. But what's funny is that this was like the reverse tale of what happened a couple weeks ago, right? Where Brooke found an idol. Was it Sally who had missed it?
Yes. No.
Yeah.
No. It was.
No, who was it?
It was Blanche. Blanche.
Yes. Okay.
Which is great because, Blanche wasn't going to see it anyway.
So, I mean, there's been a lot of people just kind of like walking by these idols and having someone come up behind them and find it. Probably because, like, the cameraman's like, psst, psst.
All of a sudden, the cameraman stops and
we have been following you guys for 6 hours. It's over there. Okay.
They're just like,
like we're done.
Or maybe if you can get behind someone, even if in the general area, if they have their back turned to you, you can look a little more furiously. I don't know. It's this weird game that they play on all the survivors of the actively hunting, but you don't want anyone to see you actually find anything. It's crazy.
And they all go, well, I don't want anyone to see me because I have to keep it a secret. And then it lasts for 7 minutes before they're telling somebody else that they.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to last very long. Although no, Brooke had one early this season, didn't she? Had one for a long time. No one knew. So
once in a while, and we love it, and that's why we like certain players, because they keep things a secret and make it more fun for us. So okay, after all this idol hunting, Cameron decides he's going to get in and has so many thoughts. And he shares many of those thoughts. And Caleb thinks Cameron's thoughts are stupid. And one of those thoughts is to send Sally home. Caleb then tells Sally the news. And Sally tells Caleb, surprise, I have the other half of the missing idol. This damn half idol is just like,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm calling it now. The half idol ruined the momentum of the season.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Because if Brooke had just found it like she should have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because found the half idol or just had a whole idol at the reward challenge, or not had a reward challenge idol and just have Sally find the idol as a whole piece. Any of those things.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the half idol, but I have to say that the same stupid game move now 3 times, each player eliminated themselves by making the same stupid game move. And it's just, it's ridiculous to see it any other way. Brooke puts out Simon, thus putting herself out. Keely puts out Brooke, thus putting herself out. So it's like it's
fractioning of the it's interesting storytelling if you're paying attention. We get a lot from the returnees in Keely talking about, well, all we've got to do is go in there and stir up paranoia, and then they'll cannibalize themselves. They keep saying they can't. Girl, you all are cannibalizing yourselves. It's you doing it. It's not them. You guys are doing it. And it's so frustrating.
But they keep getting a second chance. Brooke had her opportunity to stick with Simon. And then the 4 vote out one of their own. Now they're even again, and they had an opportunity to stay loyal, and they didn't again.
There's
Yeah.
a very fearful playing. I mean, some of the say what you will about a lot of these players over the years in the franchise entirely that are kind of like annoying with their ego. But the thing is, one thing that they don't do is they don't play scared. They never play scared. So if they say, "Nope, we got to work together," we're working together. Until it is very calculated. Now is the time I can cut you without it hurting me.
Right.
Part of it is like they have a confidence too, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes where you're like, where is this confidence coming from? Because
Yes.
Ben kind of got bit by that confidence bug, and
Yeah,
Kate-
he did a little bit.
right, and Caleb's been bit by it at times, and then Cameron just, I don't even understand. He got bit by it because the wackadoodly things that were coming out of his mouth when he was trying to own the Simon boot was just like,
Oh my gosh.
on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, even Blanche. Bless Blanche's heart.
Oh, yeah,
even
she-
her.
yeah.
Well,
Because,
this
you
was
know-
all my idea from the second
That's right.
second day we were here when I said we should get out the returnees.
when duh. I
It's all
think
my
that
plan.
I think it's just like it continues week after week. We keep seeing this, like they are like chomping at the mouth in the bit, like foaming at the mouth to make a big
Oh,
move. Every single
yeah.
one of them, and because they are, with something does happen that is like the most obvious thing, like get Brooke out. Let's just say, like you can't really take. You didn't blindside her. She was going. Nobody gets to own that. Nobody gets to own that, right?
If you can own it if you want, but it's not going to give you much credit.
nobody's
It's not
gonna
like a
care.
street cred move.
Because everyone's
right?
gonna go, duh,
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I mean, it all comes back to the same thing. When they could have gone to Rocks, and
I wish
Simon's wearing the necklace, right?
Hmm.
And Brooke got all the votes on her, right? Is that it? No. Brooke's wearing the necklace, and Simon gets the votes on him.
yes.
Okay. Thus, if they go to Rocks, the only person who could have gone out in their alliance was Keeley, and they had 3 people, 3 to 1, or 3 out of 4 times somebody on their side is going out. Then you pick
And
off
that
the other
helps
2
you.
and fight it out, the 3 of you. I don't understand.
Well,
Yeah,
they were scared.
It's awful
That's what-
gameplay.
It's because they're playing scared.
But
They're
they're
another
supposed to be the
person-
people who know how to play the game.
Yeah, but they were
But-
with the other people that knew how to play the game,
Their
and
big
everyone
thing-
has imposter syndrome. No matter
But-
what, they just do. They're like, that
And-
person is going to be able to get me. I need to get them out.
And
it's
Australia's never
stupid.
gone to Rocks, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing too.
It's
Going
like
to
they
Rocks,
don't even understand it.
like going. I feel like wasn't this like a controversy last season? I feel like there was one player who didn't quite know what it even meant to go to Rocks. I'm fairly certain. But yeah, the going to Rocks thing is like a crappy way to go out on your game. And people are
Yeah,
afraid of it.
and they could have done it again. And at some point, you have to kind of do the odds, right? It's going to be
Yes.
if we don't get an edge here, we're all gone. We're not, because we're going to we have to let it. Someone's not going to budge. If you do that, I think your odds are better for your group.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It can't, and that's the thing. The second half of this season, it's like every other episode. It's like, well, maybe we'll go to Rocks. Maybe we'll go to Rocks. You know what that tells me? That tells me that your game is evenly split. Don't cut one of the people on your
Of your
side.
own, yeah. You
Like,
can't.
what does it tell you? Keep them there.
The
So
math
important.
is just not mathing.
It's the math isn't mathing exactly.
Did you see the comment we got from one of our listeners?
Yeah.
Off to watch the finale tonight. Promises to stay
Oh.
spoiler free. Oh, they're making like blood oaths if anybody spoils it on the Facebook
really?
pages. Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
Okay,
a lot of
why?
people are gonna.
Nobody wants that.
I don't want to be spoiled. I want
Me
it to
either.
like open up in its natural
I want to
form for us.
celebrate or complain freely as it's happening. I
Yeah.
don't need to be spoiled ahead of
Honestly,
time.
at this point, if anybody but Jackson or maybe Sally wins, I'm going to complain.
That's who you're rooting for. Okay, I'm rooting for Jackson or Caleb.
I think
Okay,
Caleb's
so I think
awful.
it's
I think Caleb is playing to the camera. Ugh.
but he
Oh yeah, he definitely is doing some of that. But also it's really
But
funny because
he's
he's kind of an
definitely not
ass
afraid.
and yeah, he's kind of an ass and a little bit of
Right.
a shithead, and I kind of like it.
So
It's
he's kind of
fun.
doing
Well, I mean, that is your type.
It is. It really. I have a type. That's my type.
chaos monkey.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
like we've had that kind of trope in the past, right? Because Harry was a little bit like that, a little annoying.
That's why I
Not
like
to the-
Harry.
Not
Yeah.
to this extent. And then we had Joker, obviously, right?
Jordy, love Jordy. Yep,
Yeah,
love
Jordy.
Mr. Jordan.
And it seems to work a
Raymond.
little bit.
Raymond is also.
Raymond, yes.
Yep.
And we like those sorts. the
I think
cheeky little
Jordy
boys.
was more charming than Caleb, though.
Well, I'm not
It's
saying
just because
wasn't.
he
It
had
works-
such a good
sometimes
laugh.
it
He
works
had a
better.
much better laugh.
No, but I just think he had
Jordan's laugh was great.
he had that thing that like Hollywood stars have. He just,
Charisma.
that the charisma. Correct.
The
That's the
charisma.
word I'm looking for.
Some Riz,
Alright.
some Riz, maybe.
Some
Riz. He had the Riz.
Oh, he has the Riz. I see what we're doing. Okay. Before we get into all that, let's go to the reward challenge. Okay. It's IKEA's back, guys. She's back. And the reward is going to be a night at the IKEA retreat with showers and food and a bed. The challenge title is Stuck in the Mud, and Cameron wins. Look at that. He prevails. He wins, and he takes Sally and Keely with him to the retreat. Okay. First off, this challenge was really fun to watch because Jackson was so stuck.
That was
Everybody's at
hilarious.
the end, and he's like, what? I can't play. I can't.
Yeah, he's
get
like,
angles.
I'm it's not it. I can't. Yeah, it was really kind of
I'm not
sad.
going anywhere.
Aw.
But
You know, I kind of wondered, because this was the first episode of this week. I thought, ooh, Simon's gone. Is he trying to like play back? He doesn't want anyone to think he can do anything. I don't think that's the
you
case
thought he
now.
was you kind of at first thought maybe he was just laying low a
Well,
little
yeah,
bit.
just because that maybe he didn't want to be step into that place. Let
But
Brooke
then
step
you saw
forward.
the knot and you realized.
Well, yes, and also there was more episodes this week to see that
Was
he's
there
not.
more episodes.
There were a couple more, and yeah, he was not playing. I think that he was really stuck in
Yeah.
that one.
He was really
Well,
stuck.
and I
What
have
do
to
you-
think after 37 days, they all want a shower.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think of the
Yes.
smell around camp.
Brush
It
your
can't be
teeth.
pleasant.
Shower, not feel like grime in your hair.
Well,
you know?
yes, for your own personal comfort, I think would feel better than actually the smells of other people. Because honestly, if you're on the beach and the breeze is blowing, you can kind of stand, in a way that you're not smelling them. But the constant hunger,
The upwind, yeah.
the constant hunger, and just like your skin just being constantly itchy and gross, and
And
like,
nobody's sleeping well. Like at
Well,
any
and then you're
point.
and then you're in salt water on top of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, shower would feel pretty dang good. So
Pretty
that's
good.
a nice reward.
Plus, they
So-
had just been in the mud, so
Rolling in
Double-
it. Just
rolling in it.
rolling in that mud. Okay, so what do you think about Cameron's choice of taking these two?
not entirely stupid, but he didn't sell it in a way that made me believe that he understood why he did what he did. Like he fell into a good decision, but because at that point he knew that Brooke had an idol. She
Mhm.
found it. He saw her find it. He knows that her and Keely are working together. Let's take Keely because she's not going to be able to look for an idol, right? And Brooke's probably not going to look for one because she has one. Less likely.
There's
then-
reasons. There's reasons
Okay,
to
but
take
he
them, but
but
like
he
you said, I
couldn't-
don't know.
He
if
couldn't sell that to his people.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you guys were, I couldn't. We have to all babysit somebody.
Well, he was trying, like, even at the reward, when he's in the shower and they're like, Keely and Sally are like digging around, trying to see if there's
Right.
an
Looking to see if
advantage to find or something.
And
And he's like, hey, you want to come wash my back?
okay,
No,
first of all,
Cameron, wash
first of
your
all,
own back.
he's trying to distract Keely so that Sally can find the clue, right?
Yes.
And like asking Keely to wash her back, and what's she supposed to say? Like he can't kick her out of the reward now. I would have been like, no, ew, gross, no.
And I gotta
Wash your
say,
back.
after 37 days, those shorts are coming off. I give no craps. I'm cleaning my junk.
Turn,
around.
avert your eyes.
Turn around,
Um,
ladies.
But yeah, and then Sally's like looking, and they didn't find anything, but I find it hard to believe there wasn't anything there. That's weird,
I know, but I think it's
right?
because I think they were just banking on that half idol shenanigan.
That's true. The crappy half idol, but
Yes,
that
exactly.
food looked good too. I mean,
It did
whatever.
look good. And then they got breakfast.
The
Breakfast.
breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, all
That's
the
it.
rolls
I
and-
mean, that's a little nice. I don't know when they've done overnights before if they get 2 meals. Have they?
I
Yeah,
don't
there's been
remember.
breakfast in bed. There's been a meal and then breakfast in bed. I think
Because,
on
like,
US too.
That's like the ultimate thing, right? You get to shower,
God,
get all clean,
breakfast really
have
is
this
great.
wonderful filling supper where you're like, you really feel satiated, right? Watch the sun go down, climb into a nice, comfy, cozy bed, and then sleep, and then awaken and have your coffee and pastries. Oh my God, right on the beach. Like,
Perfect.
perfect.
Everything's perfect until the
Ah.
first night back at camp where you have to sleep on the ground again.
Well, that's true.
It's just like it's a little torture, like you get that nice, soft, comfy bed, and then bam.
But
right
at
back
that point,
on
you
the
only
ground.
have 9 days maximum. I think you could compartmentalize and go, I'm only going to get so
Maybe.
gross in
But
9 days.
Cameron's not gonna have to worry about that.
No, it's not a problem for him. Not a problem for him at all. So Laz
As it
and
turns out.
Caleb are like what, flummoxed, and have
A
come
little
up with
salty about the
Yeah.
decision.
Ooh,
and then they come up with a half-brained idea. See what I did there? To suss out who had the other half of Sally's idol, and then we get all of the half jokes, and Jackson is like clueless. Like, because he doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
But do you think that they're like, oh, he doesn't know? Do you think that they took that as intel?
I think they figured out that he
like,
probably
he doesn't know
know.
that, or he's that good.
It's just that Jackson's just that good. Yeah, it was ridiculous. But they decide they go back over to the reward retreat. And Keely is suggesting that they should go for Jackson if Brooke wins immunity. And at camp,
Not me. You know what I mean? That's why she's like, anybody but me. Jackson.
not me,
Jackson?
but Jackson.
Okay.
And then back at camp,
Duh.
Brooke is suggesting that they cut Cameron. I'm sorry, that they cut Cameron, and then Caleb and Laz consider it. At least they look like they're going to consider it. They do know one thing for sure. Neither of them are going to allow Cameron to become the sole survivor.
No, they don't. They're like,
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
Yeah.
we could watch it as like this is entertainment and be like, oh gosh, they're like awfully. But if I'm there, I might feel the same damn way. If my alliance member's like, you ain't coming to a sleepover.
That's true. No, that's true. But also,
So-
like, it doesn't seem like it was it's different, right? Because Cameron is who Cameron is, and it doesn't seem like anyone really liked him that much.
I think it was easy for them to be.
Do you know what I mean? So if it was
Yeah.
already, he's kind of annoying, and then on top of that, and he's not gonna
like kind of gives them a reason to be more annoyed with him. They're all stressed out. This is a place
Yeah.
to put it.
Yeah.
I think.
And
you're
now-
right. There might be
and now
some
he's
stuff.
gonna have more energy because he really does have a lot of energy for not eating ever.
Oh my god, yeah, he does. Like a lot. Okay, so we go over to the challenge, and it's leg day, guys. And we've seen this one before, so they have to hold that up with their legs. They can't put their legs down. Oh, it looks like it's probably incredibly painful. It's
like
all core.
all core. Yep.
Yep, all core muscles, which I I
And
have
it goes
recently
like it.
discovered they've never even existed in my body. Core muscles. No, I'm a jellyfish. The intensity in this one though was really something, watching them, struggle and
Oh,
stick
so
to it. But
surprising.
you've got Brooke, and then it goes over to Keely, and
Dude,
her intense face is
the way she was
intense.
locked in. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's like, and then she gets that music, like Keely has her own theme music when that face comes out. Oh, it's so dramatic and
Well,
great. But
that surprised me that she, did so well, honestly, because I didn't think she
yes.
had that in her. And also surprised me that Brooke just could, like, the way she started shaking, she was trying so hard to
Mhm.
control her legs, and
Well,
they
I think
just
that's a little bit of exhaustion and a little
Oh,
bit of,
yeah,
sure. But
yeah,
you bet.
but it was
starving. And
but it was heartbreaking to watch because you're like, oh, because she's really
I
been
mean,
pushing it,
I mean,
right?
they did
Yeah.
say afterwards or on the next episode, they said you fueled Keely for the win, and there's
Mhm.
some truth to that.
There could be. There
You
could be
know,
a
if
good night's
if
sleep
if
and
Brooke would have gotten a good night's sleep and 2 meals, who knows?
Mm, that's true.
yeah. Yeah. It was a pretty tough challenge. It's cool to see them both at the end and manage to every once in a while I have to say, like, Cameron, shut up. But
Ooh,
he was going. He was trying. He was trying so hard to distract him. And it didn't work out for him because he
even the
didn't
people
win.
who were not in the challenge anymore were getting annoyed.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
were.
mean? That's when you know that's bad.
You know it's bad when. But Keely pulls off the win, which was really cool. And Keely, doing as she does is she's not jumping up and down or cheering. She's like, "Oh, well, what a surprise." Like, she's so calm all the time. There's
Yeah.
very little, like, you know what I mean? She's the same energy all the time throughout the whole game. She never got really angry or really loud. I don't know. Just like
Yeah.
steady,
Or
steady
even
as she
really
goes.
emotional about anything.
Yeah. She's
I
she's
mean,
got a good
did
balance there.
did she learn that from her career, or did she have that
Maybe.
so therefore the career is good for her or a good fit? You know what I mean?
That's a good
Because
question. Chicken and the egg, Keely,
a
which is
fraud
it?
investigator. She's got to
Yeah.
really be,
Taking it all in very calmly.
and she's very good at reading people. Though Brooke is as well. So
Yes, she is. She is. The Brooke is quite funny and goofy and giggly, and which is great
when
because it's very distracting to how calculated she can be,
right, and sometimes even when she knows her goose is cooked, she's still like, so you're saying there's a chance, like she's like,
Yeah, she's still pretty
hmm.
cheeky.
And like, but it's like, it's super cute. It makes you go like, well, that's why she's charming. And they go, oh, Brookie, we really wish we could. We
Yes.
really like you.
Yeah, it's exactly it. Yep.
Anyway, yeah.
So now
Keely's
that
pretty cool.
Keely has won the immunity necklace, if you're Jonathan, or the old
Any of the
necklace.
people down under.
Well, here's the thing. It's cool looking, so not only do you want it for your safety, but also the person who's wearing it kind of looks the coolest out there. So just saying,
Yeah.
there's multiple reasons to want this. Vanity, safety, whatever. It's all the same. Now, Cameron has decided that the best move going forward is to take out Jackson. Jackson thinks that a vote for Cameron is stupid. Even after he's told by Sally and Laws that
but
Cameron's
like,
coming after him. Dumb move. What a stupid move, he says. Not for him. Okay. And after talking to Brooke, Caleb discovers that Brooke has the half of the idol that is missing, and that she needs the other half in order to be able to use it. Brooke fairly quickly realizes that she might have made a mistake in telling Caleb this and goes on to damage control.
So when we were watching this, when we knew that's what he was going to do. So as you're watching this scene of them sitting there, and you see her crack because he's looking at her face.
Yep.
And she kind of gives like a little smile, right? And the guilt is there. And I'm like, ah. Now she didn't have to cop to it, but he saw that. He knew what that meant. You know what I mean?
We figured
So,
it out.
So I don't know. Should she have played dumb so that she could still, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't
psych him
see,
out, maybe?
that is where I can see where they thought this half idol might be great. There is something to it where it's like, how do you figure out that the other person has it? But then you have this group of people, and it's so funny because we just got done talking about how no one can be quiet about having an idol, but nobody in this group wants to admit, like, nobody wants to admit to having this half idol.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, to the point where we think it's, she thinks it's in his hands. I mean, like, for the longest time. So
Because that's what they wanted them to think. That's what they
yeah, so
wanted her to
there's
think.
okay, so I will give a little bit of thought on that. There's possibilities for this half idol to give us a story. I just don't like the story.
But
we
if you
got.
see that the way that him and Sally are commiserating about it
Mhm.
to get the intel, like we're gonna go bluff, and boy,
Yeah.
he's bold and fearless. So good for him. But is Laws part of that? Like, if she's never in those discussions.
And
So
and
if Laws
if
is-
she is at all, they're not letting us know. I mean,
Right.
if she is. So,
Not any of the idol talk.
no.
At this point. And so Laws and him are supposed to be number ones. That's what Laws
Yeah.
says.
Yep.
I mean, I would think Kayla would be like, yeah, I'll take Laws. Like, you know,
Right.
sure, girl, sure, let's go.
Sure, no problem. You can come with me. You can sit right next to me at the end.
Because
bet.
I'm gonna guess he would feel better sitting next to her than Sally, right?
Yeah, and I think this is like where it starts to kind of like
Yeah,
pick
they
up
don't, and they
that
don't,
that
and
might
they
be a
don't
thing.
see it. They don't see it. So silly. Anyway,
So, okay, there's more chaos going back and forth for a little while. Sally finds herself having to remind her alliance again that the other side is playing mind games. Stick with the vote. It's like every week she does have to say.
so
"Just
are
stick
you
with the
guys.
vote."
Come on.
Stick with the vote. Now at Tribal, nearly everybody is drowned. It is like a tsunami during Tribal. Like there's so much rain, constant rainfall. But Cameron's the one ultimately washed away and is sent to jury with a 4-1. And he was blindsided, right? Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
was very
Oh, yeah.
surprised, genuinely.
Zero idea. When his name was in there one time, he wasn't surprised. He was like, okay. And his name was in there 2 times. He's like,
Then he
then the
starts
third one-
applauding for himself, like,
the
all
third
right.
one, it's like,
yes.
what is that? I love that when the realization. Wait, how many votes are there? How many of they? Oh gosh, how many are left?
Like, oh crap.
I'm so screwed.
Well,
Poor Cameron.
Cameron's out. Yeah, off he goes. He does leave his hoodie for Sally. So.
Yeah, again with these Australian players that are so like, good game, mate. You know, like they're just like.
I just thought it was
Here you
really
go.
funny that this happened like just days after on US Survivor
The
when the jacket
jacket.
was left.
Yeah.
I was like, what's with the
Well,
themes like sticking this year? It's weird.
Someone had asked her earlier she needed one because she just had that tank top on.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not gonna need it. He's gonna have a nice warm bed again. And all the food he
Again.
can have and alcoholic beverages and hanging out with the other
I've
players.
seen the snacks that are left in those hotel
Listen,
rooms.
he gets to go hang out with the other 3 returnees and Brooke pretty soon.
Yep.
Like, if you're a fan, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, go get to hang out. It's like this
Now-
is the vacation part after.
get a
playing
And
vacation.
I'm sure they're all like, damn it.
Sure.
They
yeah.
are.
He's
there
never
we
gonna
go.
shut up.
Now we're good thing our hotel door is locked. Like we
Mhm.
could just get away and get silence now when we need it.
That's true.
I mean, think about that alone, how nice that is got to feel. Like you have probably all the like yucky feelings and they're gonna process, but things like being able to shut yourself behind a door,
can you imagine after so many days?
so nice.
40 days over there in Australia. So at this point, right? And we at
That's
40 something.
so much
Yeah,
time. Always
I
trying to watch
with
what other people are doing.
there's always people around you or cameras around you or both. And
Yeah, getting that piece has got to be pretty amazing, or maybe jarring. I mean, maybe it's very jarring for some
the
people.
silence is really weird.
Like maybe for people like Cameron, he's gonna be like, "What now? What the hell now?"
I did have an interesting observation at Tribal. I really like how Mark is obviously a huge fan of the game.
Oh yeah,
And he is just delighting in watching the game
Oh,
play. And you know
He
what
sure
I'm saying?
is.
He is, some of the others are kind of like, I got to sit here, but he is loving
he's
every second
invested.
of it. Yep.
He's invested because he wants to see the other people's brains at work, and he's really pulling for Keely. So
Yeah, I think he really likes watching it be
when
interesting.
sh-
And
the grin he got when they announced that Keely had gotten, immunity,
when,
and
yep,
then
when he
when she
sees her
gets it
with that
again, and
necklace,
his face like, oh my gosh, she had it in her,
yeah, he
Yeah,
was
he was a
proud.
little
And
proud.
I really do like that they were like kind of not the main story of like distrusting trust, through the whole first
Yeah,
half of the game. And then to see this now where
they
they were like
well,
rooting for each,
and
where
I
they
think
work together and root for
the
each other.
dis
And
but the distrust was there because they understood that the other
yes,
person was smart.
they
And it's
saw
like,
it,
God, I like you and I want to work with you,
but
but
you make me nervous.
you're scaring the crap out of me.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
but now it's not coming at him. So to watch her still do things, he was loving it.
Yeah, and I
Like
mean, getting to watch the jury's response in general, because these people, they've lived with them a long time. Some of them have played this game a couple times. So getting the expressions, I feel like this time around is so much more interesting. I always kind of enjoy this part, but seeing the people that are kind of like the professional at this and see what their first take is, like what expression are they wearing, as a result of this.
mhm.
That's kind of cool. I like it's like having a judge panel,
Yeah.
but it leads to something down the road that we'll talk about in the last episode of the week.
All right.
Okay, so jumping into episode 2, Keely has reached the point in the game that she realizes she's getting close to needing to cut Brooke, and she is willing to work with just about anyone except for the maggots that have taken over the bedroom.
Ooh,
Oh my
gross.
gosh. The clip of Caleb just screaming maggots in the bedroom.
But like we've not seen this before, right?
Was it from the flies? It's like, is that
Well, the flies will lay their eggs and stuff, but usually
Yeah.
don't they have to lay their eggs on a food source? And then you go like, what was it? Somebody's hoodie? And was it that dirty and gross?
Yeah, it was a
that had-
blanket. It was like a
or so-
blanket or something.
Like go and wash that and put it out in the sunlight and disinfect that. Gross.
It was really, really gross.
Seriously, that's
And
not
I love
good.
how they're all like, "Ugh."
And then they're checking each other's hair.
Ooh.
It could be dandruff. It could be dandruff. You're like,
Oh,
oh, sure,
God.
sure.
Yeah,
So
sure. Or it could be a
gross.
maggot. No, thank you. Not so good.
What's that in the rice? Ugh.
Oh no! Oh,
Now we've
that was
seen that, but
onion.
we've seen that before, haven't we? Seen maggots in the
Yeah.
rice before.
Yeah, just cook them.
But
up,
what do
I
you do?
guess.
Do you have to
You throw
do you have
away
to
the
s-
rice.
No,
Or you cook
can't.
it up and eat it.
No, you have to sit there and sift through it.
Just eat them.
I mean,
No,
you
really
could.
don't.
Just,
Gross. Ew. Like, no, thank you.
but
Please
you're
don't.
not throwing it away because you got no other food.
That's it. That's what you got. So, yeah, I mean, they're burning the blanket. They're like, we're not even. Nobody could ever lay with this blanket again. It's tainted for life. Burn it.
Gross.
And so the blanket is burned. Now, Brooke finds herself shocked that she's still here. And Caleb could know that, I don't know, like figuring out the half idol thing. You've got Jackson, I don't know, just doing whatever the heck Jackson does. I'm cool with him, but I'm not sure what he's doing at this point in time.
He seems
Living
to
the
like
dream.
he seems to have kind of like lost his bearings a little bit.
Yeah,
Simon.
and it's okay.
Even though him and Simon were, kind of button heads and stuff, he lost his yin to his yang.
Laws is being her people's like number one cheerleader, I guess. There's like a couple of people that are like, what should my next move be? And then the others are like, I just whatever you decide. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
But we got to give them a little break though. If they're not eating well, they just probably aren't thinking well.
I mean, they just had to deal with maggots. Let's be honest. That's jarring.
Well, you just feel like it would be like constant. How many days of trauma? I mean, some trauma more than others, but excitement and stuff. It'd just be like, I'm exhausted. I can't even think.
Well, and Club Kaput's in real danger. And this again, we get these little sound bites for a reason when we're telling stories, folks. And this time it's, if one of us falls, the whole Club Kaput could just topple. So you know what you're doing then. So you're aware that this could happen is what we would say in backstory. But I mean, we heard it from their own mouths. So now we gotta head off to the challenge. And this challenge name is Final 5 to Stay Alive. And yuck, oh my God, with this challenge.
But once again, Keely, like she locks.
She went into cat mode. She looks like a cat.
Razor focus, and I'm like, what has she got? Did she take dance?
She has her own theme music.
Well, I wonder, like, did she take dance her whole life or something where she's got like really good balance, and there's got to be something in her background.
It's almost as if she kind of like dissociates just enough.
But the balance, the control in her hands, she could be a surgeon.
But we've seen her on a balance challenge, and she might as well have not even tried it. She was so bad at it.
Yep.
That's what I mean. I'm like, she's got to have something that found the zone, right?
Well,
she's somewhere in her head, she found a zone.
I mean, I guess I got to ask, do you think she was not trying to win challenges earlier because she didn't need to?
I wouldn't think so, because there was enough time she was worried.
I mean, usually people don't go from not being able to bounce at all to winning challenges like this 2 in a row.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case, because I do think that would have been enough of something for us. I mean, if it would have been a good story, we would have heard about it. So I think it's more along the lines of she just found something. She went over the wall,
And let's be honest, most of the challenge beasts are out.
Yeah, that's true too. Mm-hmm.
Well, not at this point.
She's kind of, no, I understand, but she's kind of the best.
The big
of the
boys
worst.
Are gone.
She's kind of the best of the worst at this point.
But like, nobody else was even really.
But she was. I mean, beating Brooke that says something.
Yep.
Because I thought Brooke would be good at this. She just done these balancy things. She's
not her thing. Maybe
she's just get really broken down. Poor Brookie.
Maybe, but I mean, it's definitely Keely's thing, because she, like I said, she's just, I don't know, whatever it is that she found in herself, she figured it out. She knew.
And then she gets that necklace the second time and gets a little too
looks
confident.
Cooler. She looks cooler than everybody else, because that's how it works.
Now she gets a little power,
feeling
cool, crazy.
And this challenge too, like, let's face it, the idea of having like 4 or 5 blocks to balance, spelling one short word, like that is hard enough, but having the 2 tiers on this, and then if one falls, you do have to start all over.
Yeah, because
of the rules, because how are you going to pick that one up off the ground without the rest of them coming down? So,
right.
I mean, I would be a little braggadocious if I had beaten the odds and gotten through this challenge as the winner too.
These are the kinds of challenges that I'll be like locked in watching, and then like halfway through I just have to look away. I'm so frustrated for them. I just can't watch anymore. I have to look away, because I understand this is so hard and it's getting me.
It's like watching a World Series game,
Yes.
Like I need to get up. Jamie, I need to get up and walk away for a second.
I've said it before. This is our sports. Come on.
It is 100% our sport.
Yes.
Well, anyway. Sports fans, we did take a quick 5-second break so we can do some commercialing. So give us 5 seconds and we'll see you right back. All right. How about those
See,
sports balls?
You always say 5 seconds. If they're listening, that's if they're watching. If they're listening, I think the insertion of the ad is probably much longer than 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's 8. I think they get an 8-second break.
An 8
Maybe
second
8 seconds a
commercial?
couple
No, they're
times.
longer than that. Anyway, if we can't do the math correctly on the ad breaks, sorry.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Thanks for sticking around. Anyway,
Okay, so all right. Challenge done. Keely wins. Head on back. Brooke is beginning to feel that the noose is tightening a little bit. She's not giving up just yet. Kaylee knows that she's got some heavy decisions to make, and she proposes to Brooke that if Brooke leaves the game, she should leave her half of the idol for her. I think that's fair.
that's fair.
I think
If you
that's
can't
probably
use
fair.
it for anything and you have to go,
If
it's fair.
if your number one ally is voting you out and wants your idol, I'd be like, oh hell no, that thing's going in the fire.
I don't think that she's saying like she's voting her out though. Like,
But
there's
at the
enough
end,
numbers.
she did,
She
Yes,
did though, but
yes.
at that
and
point,
and
The idol
Brooke
was
told her
already
where the
left.
idol was afterwards.
Yeah, it's
because
already
they're
left.
good sports. I don't
Yeah,
get
and
it
she
either.
knew like her goose was cooked. There was nothing Keely was gonna do except for burn a vote at that point.
But I'm gonna tell you right now,
No,
Brooke
because Jackson would possibly have.
Then they would have been at Rocks.
Jackson
Right, but
was
then- but
ready to
again,
go to
I-
Rocks. Jackson was
Yeah.
like, let's
Yeah.
do it.
See, again, another opportunity to go to
Let's go.
Rocks, and
And this is the one where they absolutely should have done it.
they should have done it both times.
I feel like yes and no. Going to Rocks is really great for the person who knows they're next on the chopping block because now their odds have improved greatly. But if you're Keely, if you're Jackson, like you know they're going for Brooke. It sucks, but it's not you.
But then you
could
know
pull a rock.
tomorrow it's going to be one of you, and the day after that.
Sure,
and
but
one
you
of-
could pull a rock and be gone tonight off of sheer luck. So people get pretty scared about rocks. I mean,
Yeah,
But
but like-
those
but like,
three are
again, is-
not gonna break.
As I pointed out in the Simon, the other alliance had 3 people vulnerable. Your alliance only had 1. Those are
Right.
great odds.
So in this 3-3, Keely
I don't
had
think
the
they
immunity.
care
3
about an
times out of
alliance.
every 4.
right,
wait.
but that's
They-
when you're looking at a competition. You're
But
going
then
to
you
think
then you
my
get to
alliance.
final final 3.
But when it's rocks, it's like if the 3 of us are in an alliance in a game, and I know that, like, Christy, I know you're going home because I know those people are going to vote for you. Everyone's been very vocal about it. They've been trying to get you out for the entire game. Your time is up. Or we could go to rocks. I'm writing your name down.
Well,
Like,
but,
I
but,
love
okay,
you, but
okay,
I
but
want
Jamie,
you.
Jamie, I want to be devil's advocate. Why doesn't it work the way for the other 3 or other 4? Why does one side get to be the side to decide who goes home and the other side doesn't? Your logic doesn't should work the
The
other way
only
too.
way. The
I
only way.
get all of that with logic, but emotionally, that
Sure.
rock could have your name. on
Sure,
it.
but emotionally for who? Jackson would have been the only one at risk because Keely had immunity.
Right,
She cannot draw a rock.
right.
Okay.
Brooke,
yes,
Brooke,
that's true.
Would have had the votes against her.
So you get
So it would've
now.
been the
Okay,
same
you're right
scenario.
about Keely. You're right about
And
Keely because she
Jackson
had
was
a
saying that he would go to rocks.
Okay.
So there
Okay,
was no
so
why
skin
not-
off of
I
Keely's.
did forget about Keely being
And
the
it-
one with the
And it would
immunity.
be, and it would allow them, they're only risking Jackson, but they're allowing for the possibility that tomorrow they could be 3-2 in their favor.
But
And now
also,
they're okay.
Right,
also,
and now
and
now
this is
your
the
final
poor
3.
move. And
Right.
this is where the poor move of it is for Keely is Keely
She
knows she's got to cut Brooke anyway. And she just did it too soon. I mean, we all agree
Just
she
like
did
Brooke
it too soon.
did
Because
did
she
Simon
won.
too soon.
She won 2 immunities in a row. She got a little confident and thought, I can take a shot for Brooke now, and I'll definitely win the next immunity.
And what we see following this tribal, what we see in the next is proof that Keely probably felt she was in good enough with Sally she could get through the next week. And she was
But
very
why?
wrong.
Why would she have thought that though? Like what what
guess
did
because
we
they've
see?
I guess maybe because they worked together a few different times earlier, and there was the conversation about we did see that conversation about how like what's so good about our season and this group of people is that we can work with each other and then have opposite votes and then come back together and work together again. So maybe it was part of that. They had this idea that they were going to be safe. I don't
I
know.
think
I was all like, Sally needs to go like week 2, but apparently she.
I just think anyway, sorry. Well, we're still on
Yeah.
this episode. We're still on the second episode.
We're
Or are
still
we
on
done?
the
Or
second
no?
episode.
Yeah, sorry. We're kind of skipping ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So okay, I gotta see. I gotta see where I'm at now, like in this episode.
In our flow chart. I will
But
say Brooke, she impressed me so much because even though she was like resigned to it, she was just kind of like always kind of scrambling. And then it
yes,
was really
yes.
sad there at the very last little bit to see her kind of like, okay.
Yeah,
Because then you're
it
like,
sucked.
oh, no,
Yeah,
keep
it sucked.
scrambling.
Because we like her and she's a good sport, and that makes it a little bit harder, to see. And when you know somebody's done this and this is their last time, all of these things kind of
And like
weigh
on
on it emotionally.
honestly, the way that tribal was beautiful. I loved that tribal. When Simon comes in and sees she doesn't have the necklace, he knows it's going to be her. He's hoping it's not going to be. Meanwhile, Mark's super proud of Keely for having the necklace again, right?
Oh, because I mean, not only are we
Yeah.
looking at returnees, but they're super
Oh,
fans, right?
but did you
So,
see Simon? He was crying for Brooke.
oh,
He was
he's
so
such a
sad
sweetheart.
for
He's such a pudding pop, that guy. So, okay, now the thing is, so they agree. Okay, yeah, I'll leave this half of the idol. God, I really wish she didn't. I kind of think there might have been a better chance if she hadn't. But Sally, who's just trying to find her way to make a mark in this game, has other plans. She wants to convince Brooke to give her the half of the idol to blindside Caleb, and then do a double blindside on Brooke. Caleb
This didn't
and
make
Laz,
any sense, right?
because Sally is chaos. So Caleb
Made
and
no
Laz,
sense.
they seem to think, oh yeah, this is a good idea. She tells Keely. Keely agrees to it reluctantly, but after Sally leaves, Caleb and Laz discuss that they do not love this plan and that Sally is making them nervous, and they don't want her to have an idol, whether it's half or full. Like, they just don't want her to have
Oh,
it.
I really thought at this moment that Brooke was going to get a chance here, like a Hail
I
Mary.
kind of thought we might see a path to safety.
And if
there,
so, it was
but
going to be like, she's the greatest player of all time.
yes.
Okay, maybe
So
not,
Brooke
but
is willing to
one of them.
take a 1% chance. She says that this plan is real, and
Mhm.
see if it pays out. Caleb warns her that Sally plans to blindside her. Sally
And
tries
she's
to
like,
convince
duh.
Brooke. Yeah, she's like, I'm already on this.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Sally tries to convince Brooke that Caleb will only give her his idol if Brooke gives her hers. And she says, no way. Like, not even a half a second. Nope, no way. No deal.
Well, because she had just talked to Caleb and she thinks Caleb has it, not Sally.
Yes.
So she had just talked to Caleb and made a deal with
all the
Caleb.
confusion.
So there was an offer out to Caleb.
So
right?
confusing. Yeah.
And
So
then Sally does it, and she's like, no, he's not going to do that.
and so now we have even more chaos, except for this chaos is like nobody understands anybody, and someone's trying to make a really messy move to make a mark, and it's
And
a
they
little
are
bit, it's a little bit
blinded.
nuts.
And they're kind of blinded by this half idol. I have to tell you, it started
There.
seeming a little one ringy to me. You know what I mean? It was
And then like Caleb's all paranoid because he's like, wait a minute, this is all going to come down to me. Now he's paranoid. Oh, they're going to write my name down. This whole thing is a ruse, so they'll write my name down. And now it's like, okay, maybe we need to cut Sally. Like she's a problem right now. And
well,
so
what if she flips?
Yeah, she's being pretty sketch, right? She's going all over, coming up with these crazy plans.
And Lawson, Caleb said something about their final 2 deal or something because they have kind of a young thinking to them. Okay. And then like she could turn on them. So like neither one of them really trust her.
They are all getting a little bit nervous.
Or so we thought.
Yeah, they weren't sure. Now
Sure.
at Tribal, Brooke lets Keely know that she has hidden the half of the idol back at camp in the trackies. And Caleb and Jackson are arguing about what is or is not an underdog, which is pretty great, actually.
It was really great. It
Yeah.
was really great. Yeah.
I really enjoyed Jackson's like rebuttal to Caleb and Laz.
Because like Jackson had said early in the season that he hated Caleb. Like, I can't stand that dude. And Caleb's like,
I'm with
"They don't-"
Jackson on that.
and yeah, he's a lot. And so here's Jackson still chomping at the bit. So back at camp when they had said like, let's vote for Caleb, when Sally was saying that or whatever, Jackson was like, vote for Caleb. All right, vote for Caleb. Let's go.
You got it.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, whatever you need.
Yeah.
So then when they're sitting at Tribal and there's that stupid comment where, about, oh, we're the underdogs, and he's like,
It's not what an
it was
underdog
so
is.
great. It was so great.
Yeah,
I like Jackson a lot, and I like how Jackson was
too.
ready to do what
do.
he was ready to go to Rocks. He was ready to do whatever Brooke needed him to do.
Ah, what a good kid. I like this guy.
You know,
He'd be a good winner.
Yeah, I like
I
him.
agree, because he is the underdog.
He is,
Sorry.
and he's got such heart. I really do.
He does. He's kind of a cutie patootie.
So, he's adorable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now all this is going on, and sadly, after 132 days, Brooke is cut and goes to jury on a vote of 4-2. Oh, tough.
And even David snuffing her torch, and she's like, "Can I have a hug?" And
yeah, and she's like, "I'm so glad that it was you that got to do this and stuff this torch." And
here's what I really, really hope. Like, because I don't know if this is allowed or not, but like, so they're all back at Ponderosa, right? So I was thinking, oh, they're gonna have some good drinks tonight once Brookie's there. They're gonna be like, let's go. I really hope that like David can go and like hang out with them for a little bit. Like,
yeah, now that
like
they're
Dallas,
not like, yeah.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
It was such a nice send off, and everybody was so sweet. And like you said, like Simon tearing up, and it was really nice.
Yeah, they really do have such heart, all of them.
And for the first time ever in our history, none of us have a winner still in the game.
No, that was our last winner's pick. It's weird. I don't know what we should do. Just let it ride.
Just let it ride. It's all right. It's okay.
So we're making no predictions?
No, we don't have to make predictions. I mean, we can, but we don't have any pride riding on it. Our pride is gone.
No.
Our pride is sailed on. So, okay, guys, hopping into episode 3, the third episode this week. You know how there's normally one episode and then 2 episodes. And then the third
Sometimes there's one episode and then 2 episodes.
Like next week, right? Maybe.
Sometimes.
Okay, Christy missed out on a little bit of this, as you can tell. I've been picking on her a bit, but
I don't know what happened. I was okay. First of all, I forgot today was Thursday because I had Monday off from work.
That'll throw you
through my wake up. I did not know today was Thursday, and it was like, oh my gosh! And then I had it in my head all week that there were 2 episodes this week because the finale was coming, and I was thinking, oh, it's a shortened week. It's a shortened week. I don't know why.
For the record, if you scroll back in the chat, I sent a graphic with the episode schedule.
That doesn't matter.
It was the one. Remember the one where they crossed out.
Yeah,
Wednesday,
and I went, what does
we
this even mean? What is this chicken scratch, and what does it mean?
It was hilarious.
So what you're saying is it's not my fault.
It was totally your fault.
It's okay. I mean, it might be a little bit your fault, but
listen, here's the thing. I could have gone
easy for you.
I could have gone and found the information if it was an actual question in my mind. It was no question in my mind. There was 2 episodes this week. That's it.
Well, it's a good thing I've got notes here.
It's like a Mandela effect. I can share
the blueprint of the shenanigans.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear all about it, and I will have probably thoughts on things.
Girl, yeah, you will. Okay.
Tell me a story, Jamie. Tell me a story.
All right.
We begin day 41.
Because she was out on day 40.
Yep. Down to the final 5. and Caleb and Laws are making a cut list. Jackson feels vulnerable. Keely sees a path to fracture the other three, starting with Laws. So Laws is trying to kind of find her place in the final leg of the game. We get a little like piece about Laws and her past and her relationship with Survivor, which was nice.
With
got
her
to see all the
girls?
work. Yeah,
It's like
with her
daughters,
girls,
like,
and got to see like all the work she put in to be able to be a part of Survivor. Like she
Oh.
trained, she lost a lot of weight. Like she really worked hard to be there. I will give her
or
that.
learned how to make fire.
Yeah, she
We'll
did
s- I
all of
guess we'll
those
see.
things. So we get that nice little bit with Laws, which kind of made me feel like she was going to be the one that went. And then Keely is trying to find her place in the game without Brooke. She has the half idol because she got it that night when they went back. She dug it out. And she thinks that maybe she should approach Caleb. And he's still hiding that Sally is the holder and not himself. And I think we need to jump back really quick to the tribal the night before when they say something about the half idol. And that's when Caleb introduces the idea, like says all like, oh, yep, found me out, found my secret. And kind of winks. So this is where this is where Brooke really truly believes that Caleb is the one holding the other half. It's no longer suspicion.
Yep.
She's certain. He basically just confirms this.
Mm-hmm.
So going into the following day, he's going to hold on to that lie because now Keely believes that he is the one who has the other half. So he's going to hold on to that. He's got it. Sally doesn't. Caleb knows that either Jackson or Keely are probably holding the other half of Brooke's idol. And so they're going to take that knowledge and then head off to the challenge. And then the challenge, I have it titled as Walk Around the Block. This one is, I mean, what it goes a little bit over an hour. Is that what it was, David?
Yep.
Like, what was the end mark on it?
The time?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that they said.
Okay. Well, everybody is like, everybody is trying their best to go for it, but in the end, Jackson gets it.
What is the challenge? What is it?
Yeah, well, they have a long pole, and they have to skewer a block, and then
you've seen it really similar.
It's
on
got
Big
a
Brother.
circle and with a thing, and they got to weave it around this maze, and then stack it on top.
And then stack it on.
And
the
if
top.
you hit the metal in the maze, it knocks them all off.
They've had this plenty of
it's
times
like a
on
springy
this
platform. It's like
you've seen it before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Jackson wins.
And Jackson wins. But
Jackson wins because of the wind. It was one of those that depended on where you were.
And I'm very proud of Jackson right now, though. I'm going to say
no. He won because they were all dropping. They would get they'd get a certain amount, they'd get almost there, and then the blocks would fall.
Yeah, they had to do
have
6
to fight
of them,
the wind.
and they were about this tall.
Yeah. I mean, but at the 1 hour mark, they were still all trying to
oh my God,
over and over.
I might just have to sit down, take a break.
And who was it? It's like at one point, Keely had 4, and the pole's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And so she stopped to take a breather, and she's like 5 feet from it, and the wind comes.
The wind. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, they were all fighting it. Like it was a long challenge of them having to go over and over and over again. But in the end, Jackson's one ends up winning.
Good for him.
Jackson has the immunity.
And the necklace, and it looks so pretty on him.
The necklace. Now Caleb and Laws are ready to take out Keely. She's vulnerable. Let's get her. Caleb tries to ensure that Laws will still be with him at the end. He's basically looking at her to promise him. She's like, yeah, we're still good. Of course. You know, we're this whole thing is so silly to me. This sort of like Laws. But yeah, she's like, yes, absolutely, of course. This sounds good. We're gonna stay together. It'll be final 2. Then Laws goes over to Sally and presents an idea and says, hey, we should have a strong end game with all women and take out Caleb.
Bitch, that's what she's wanted. And then now she has an opportunity to do that.
Laws, what the heck, lady?
Like, what? Come on, girl.
Like, no, I mean, like, in the end, it didn't do anything in this episode, but like, what is her deal with this?
It made me
Just-
giggle.
Like, you have a good pair, just go with it.
You know why? It's because she's a girl mom and she just wants to.
I think you might be onto something there.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good. Yeah. All right. Well, she tells Jackson the plan.
And you know what? Also,
he's down for it. He's cool. Let's
Sorry.
get rid of Caleb.
Also, I think there's another thing here. Like, we only see what's edited. So there might
Right,
be
very much.
Like, they're there all the time and they're like throwing out ideas and like scenarios. And
Yeah,
editing
that's
has
true.
to, before tribal, editing has to try and find a plan B somewhere so that they
Yeah.
can make it look like there's some sort of
Even
Right?
if they're totally locked in the entire time.
right.
Right.
Don't you think? Because
Right.
that's
Oh,
their job. So
absolutely.
good job. So if her harebrained plan sounded really dumb, it probably was, and it was probably
Left in the sand.
like 15 seconds of something, and then they just like, oh,
That's
I
fair.
don't know.
Well, Jackson's down with the plan, whether it's a stupid plan or not, because you know how he is, foaming at the mouth to get rid of Caleb.
Caleb.
And then Laws goes to Keely and asks if she's ready to do this. And Keely says, I'm speechless, but yeah, like, of course, like I could possibly be saved. So yes, Keely's down. Then Jackson. I think, Jackson is the new, Simon. Because Jackson immediately goes and tells Caleb the plan.
What? He just liked them.
No, why did you do it? Said, hey, your number one is
Jackson.
looking to cut you. And
Is his worry that if they get rid of Caleb, then he's the only man left? So he's
don't-
definitely going.
I don't know. I'm so
No,
confused.
I
by it.
actually think he was just trying to do anything he could
Just
throw
to get
a
'em all
spanner
paranoid.
in their alliance.
Get them all paranoid, yeah.
Get them to turn against each other, and
To get them to cannibalize each other, right, Keely? So, okay. All right. Caleb, of course, takes that bait at least a little bit and is pretty upset about it. And so now he's stressing out. And he's like, well, maybe a Laws should go. So we do get this narrative that the cannibalization is going to happen. And Keely and Jackson both kind of giggle about like, I think we got him. Yeah, it's
David
I
said
don't
it.
know. It's really stressful. So, okay. And then we are going to hop on over to the Sally of all of this. Well, actually, before we do that, I think it's important that we do mention that when, hold on a second, Sally, Caleb questions Laws. Okay, and Caleb goes and approaches Laws. I wanted to include that. But when Caleb says this to Laws, he says that the person who came over and told him about this was Keely, not Jackson. Which I thought was really interesting. And this is what is interesting about Caleb's game, because he does these little teeny tiny things.
Like a little tweak here to kind of
Yeah, it's
on the
kind of like the
information.
half idle thing, right?
so that
Like,
he's sharing the information, but he's not giving it all, so they don't have the full story. So they sound like, if they were to repeat it, they sound like they don't know what they're talking about.
and
Maybe.
also, if he's thinking, oh God, Laws is going to work against me, well, who is Laws going to be working with?
Oh.
Keely.
the other
Exactly.
thing is that if he tells a lie to somebody and it gets back to him, he knows they're talking,
Oh,
Sure. I mean,
right?
like,
Because if he
there's-
tells the truth, somebody else could know the
could
truth.
know the truth. Yeah, but
Right.
his
Yeah.
specific
I mean-
lie. Wow. Yeah.
and that's a really benefit. That's like a huge benefit to all of this. But also, I mean, like, the numbers being what they are, he knows that Laws is, if Laws is going to do this, she's
Oh
going to
my
be
God.
doing this
Dare
with
I
Keely.
say? Okay. Dare I say that maybe Caleb deserves to win?
So
Yeah.
Caleb is a good player. He's just really sneaky
He's
about it.
messy, but there's
Mhm.
things go. He's not. He's made some.
He's
good
kind of sly.
assessments and
He's
things,
a little sly. He's a little untrustworthy, if you will.
If Jackson wins immunity, I think Caleb will go home next week
Well, maybe so.
Because
because the girls won't want to go up against two guys.
they will not. If they're
No.
smart, they will not. He
Well-
he talks too good.
Now here's where we get the real spin in this whole story. So Sally asked Keely about Brooke's half idol, kind of hoping that maybe she can make hers whole and then use it. This is literally what she's telling us, the viewer. Okay. Maybe I can convince her to give me her half and then I can make it whole and then I could use that to save Keely. Right? Say but then cut laws, right? And so she's putting out this plan like this is going to give me a really good move. This is going to give me control. Except for it's not really going to help her resume because the two of them are sitting there not admitting that they have the half idol because Sally's not really admitting that she has it. And Keely's not admitting that Brooke left it for her. So it was a very, very awkward like transfer of half information. But take it into your mind that we were told, I want to get this idol because then I can use it to save her and cut laws. Ooh, what a big move for me. Okay. So we're going
except not a big move at all. That's weird.
Except for not a big move. And the whole thing, the whole Sally of it is just messy. So they're gonna have
save
to try
Keely and take out Caleb. Maybe
there's a right, Caleb. Yeah, okay.
That's a move that would make people.
Oh yeah, take out Caleb. So they go to tribal, and at one point during tribal, Caleb says to Sally, like, please cut Keely because there's a couple different movements of a live tribal people whispering in each other's ears, standing up and going and talking.
Do we like this new trend of getting up and huddling?
It's not that new. It's been going on for like 10 seasons, both. I
don't mind it because
I don't like it if it's like every tribal. That's kind of dumb. And
but if it's used for something, there's nothing really going on, but they're doing it. It's stupid. But sometimes there is very pertinent information that they're finding out in that particular moment, and they need to figure out what is up because they don't have a plan B.
But it was funny because the two of them are talking, and it's Caleb and,
I love this.
And it's Sally. And then Laz gets up and walks, and she says something to David like, "Do you mind?" He goes, "I'm here all night."
Yeah, it's like I'm here all night.
And then he turns to Keely because there's no one else to talk to, and Keely says, "Well, I'm the only one they could be talking about."
Right, literally.
She goes, "I wonder who they're talking about." Yeah. So that was pretty fun.
That's funny.
Okay, so now they're
Keely,
all
how
doing
are you?
like
We could just start interviewing.
That's exactly how it was. Exactly. And so they're having their little like side chats and what have you. Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get back to where I was. And they have the whole thing with Keely and David chit-chatting. And then this I don't know, this crazy harebrained idea that with the combining of the idol. Okay. So we get a big production. We get a big production from Sally pulling out half of her idol. And then she kind of looks over and then Keely pulls out her half. Oh, surprise, look, I do have it.
And at this point, Caleb is like, "This is my ass. I'm in trouble."
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yes. So Keely pulls out her half. And then Sally, again, making a big production about this because you think there's some crazy cheeky things about to happen. Sally takes her idol and then takes Keely's idol and goes, "Oh, look," and they stick together. And she walks up to the podium and he says, "Yes, this is an idol." She says, "I want to play it for nobody."
Yeah, exactly.
And then breaks it in half, and then says, like, "Here's this half of a best friend necklace to Keely." And of course, the votes come in, and Keely goes with 3 votes against 2.
It might have been interesting. I'm sorry, Chris, you finish your thought.
I was just gonna say, I think it was Team Universe that made it so that I didn't see this episode.
Oh, it was rather obnoxious, but let me tell you, you do make sure you watch it, even if it's just the tribal.
No, I will watch the entire thing.
Yes, because because I am very curious. I feel pretty confident what I'm saying, but you watch that jury who's given us all of these expressions and all of these laughs or jabs or, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened faces for the last few tribals. And they are stone cold sober. Not a smile, not a good job, nothing. They are
To Sally?
pissed. They are.
Well, they're pissed
they're
because they
pissed.
wanted Keely to stay.
I don't think they're just pissed about. I think
They just
pissed
think
that
she
they
was
wanted
stupid
Keela,
and
but
mean
exactly.
and
They were like,
and,
that
like,
was mean. It wasn't even a good.
unnecessary and ooh,
You
not
could have
nearly
just taken that idol and just like played it for yourself.
or
At least,
thrown it
at
in the
least
fire,
then it
walked
would
up
have
and
been
thrown it in the
something.
fire. Whatever.
Yes. Oh, it was mean. It was mean girl. It was not nice. Didn't like it. Didn't like it, Miss Sally Mae.
Now, it
You
would have
like
been
it. It was
much better
Would,
in her head,
would you have
probably.
liked it
Yeah.
better if she did that and then had voted Caleb out?
Yes.
In other words,
That
basically
would
the
have been a
idol
move.
was irrelevant,
was flushed
know.
and she
Yes.
votes out Caleb. Yeah, that'd have been a better story.
That would
for
have
her.
been a move.
and it
but
would have
she
been a
flushed
much
the
smarter
idol.
move for her.
Yep.
Much
Oh, look, I
smarter move.
flushed this idol. I figured out who had it. I got it. I
Right.
flushed it and I cut Caleb.
Right.
Yes. But it was a waste. It was just such a waste for her. And the thing that was, people waste things all the time in this game, but to make such a big production, like you were making a move, and then
No,
it have
the
to be
flex
kind of
was-
mean, and then
it's
it'd be
like a-
nothing for you in the long run.
It's like watching a scrawny guy flex for you.
It was rough. It was rough. But like I said, looking over a jury, they were making the faces of all the things I was feeling. So there was at least,
So what you're saying is Sally's not winning this.
I don't know. I don't think she
I don't.
has
I
the
don't think
move
the
to
jury
do it.
likes any of them now.
Yeah, I think Jackson might be the only one that they still
Yeah.
kind of like, you know?
Yeah. So if Jackson goes home, I don't think the jury cares.
But out of everybody that's there, okay, Sally has won 2 challenges? She won the car,
Yep.
which traditionally is the kiss
Is
of
the
death
curse,
win.
right?
Yeah. But she won the car and she won one other immunity challenge. Am I correct? There was 2.
Yep.
So that's what she has on her resume. Laz is a supporting actress unless she comes up with something or starts winning something immediately. Jackson has worked with the right people a couple times, but he's also been on the wrong side of the votes a couple of times. So it's tough to say with him. He has won an immunity. Caleb, I think right now might be the one sitting with the most moves.
Yes.
He has had a win where he won himself back into the game after being exiled.
Mm-hmm.
So he had that one win. He has worked with, he's been on the plus and the minus on knowing what's happening with the votes a couple times, but these little moves,
He's been
he can-
openly despised by other players while he was playing and still didn't get voted out.
Yes. And
You know
he
what I mean?
did have a huge play on sending Mark home, like
Yeah.
sending Mark out.
He
He
got Mark.
started the revolution really
Yeah.
against those final 3.
Yeah.
So,
And you know what? I feel kind of vindicated that originally, way back when, I wanted to pick
you did. You were like, oh,
Jackson
maybe
and-
this
Jackson
guy.
and-
Yeah.
no, Jackson and Caleb. I went back
Yep,
and
you
forth
did.
on both of them.
You did.
I don't know. I just had a feeling that they were the kind of like kooky little brother or kooky brother,
Yep.
Australian brother that everyone would kind of like. I don't know.
Well, you were right with Keelan last year too. I mean, it was kind of the same.
No.
They were kind of hoping. I think Jackson was the new
Yeah.
Keelan, but
Well, he looked like he'd be fun.
I
since
like
he had,
them.
Since
Yeah.
he had a wrestling background, I thought he'd be a little bit like of
Had a good sense of humor at least,
right, and like put on a show. Be
Yes,
silly.
exactly.
Anyway, whatever.
So it was a tough one. I mean, I can say, you know, Sally has been, she's trying to make a move that gives her something substantial, but it's like she keeps missing the step, you know, like, oh, you almost had that one, kiddo.
I mean, it was so
it's
theatrical.
almost like she doesn't know what a good move is.
Yeah,
There's
like
just
she's
none
she's
she
putting
can
those
take.
pieces together, but she doesn't know how to finalize it. Like you can cause all this little chaos and you can do the trickery, but for what purpose? Like,
She
what
chose
is the
to be
purpose
mean
of
girl
it?
because she could have got the exact same thing if she, or what she wanted was voting out
Yeah,
Caleb. That
I
would have
didn't
given
love
her
it.
clout, but
I didn't love it.
still,
I don't mean to
Keely
be
probably would have
hateful
got
about
her next
Sally.
week.
She did a great job in the challenges.
Yeah.
It was very frustrating because she pulled this on somebody. Like,
Oh,
I understand Keely was the one to win it, so I get the need and desire to cut her.
And with the numbers, it was the logical move. You don't put yourself back into a 2-2 situation.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they've
I'm
done it
not
twice
judging that,
before,
but-
so
yeah, they sure have, haven't they? But it's
Well,
just a
but now
little
they kind of are
frustrating.
still in a 2-2 situation because it'll be 2 guys, 2 girls.
yeah, but
they'll
it's
even
still
Keely's,
3.
but-
It's still 3-1.
Okay, now
And none of
this
them
is
want to take Caleb, so Caleb will have to join.
well.
with
Here's
Jackson,
here's
no?
one thing that was interesting. A little blip again that I need to include. At one point, Jackson leans over to Caleb and said, "Work with me, and we'll go to the end. I swear it." Like
Jackson said that.
Mhm.
Nice.
So we'll see. We'll see if that comes in to anything, or if Caleb says, "Okay, whatever, loser," and cuts him. I don't know.
Now, an interesting note with Keely going home, the final 4 now includes a man and a woman from each of the original Baron and Bounty tribes.
It's kind of, there's some symmetry there that I can appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Well, I'm very sad to see Keely cut at this point of the game, but I knew she was in trouble the second she started getting rid of her bubble wrap of returnees. They were coming
Yeah.
for her, and
Well, again, she went home for the same reason that Brooke went home.
yes, and Brooke went home for the same reason.
Cutting
Cutting
their own
Simon.
alliance member when they shouldn't have.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a tough call when you're in the middle of the game. It probably is really hard to decide when is the right time to do it.
And
because
I never,
everything's a
and
guess about the future.
if you had told me, I don't know, before the Simon vote out, right? Because those players were playing so far ahead, or actually before Mark was cut. They were playing
Yes,
so
yes.
far ahead of the rest of the players.
No one was playing
but-
further ahead than Blanche. She had that
Well.
move pegged for weeks.
Yeah, got to get the returnees.
Got to get them.
Well,
Get 'em out.
everybody knew that. It's like win, but that, just kind of like the gameplay, right? There were some of them we didn't even see anything from them,
Yeah.
but who thought they were playing a great game. Yes, Ben, I'm talking about you.
I mean, Ben, you put him in any of these competitions and he was a star. Like,
well,
just
if Jackson
pure
makes it to the
straight-
end,
but
Ben will vote for him,
there you go.
right?
I bet he does.
If Jackson's at the end, he'd probably get Ben's vote, Simon's vote. Does he get Keely's vote? Does he get Brooke's vote?
I feel like Caleb has a better chance of getting any of the returnees votes.
Well, yes, I think some of them would vote for Jackson if he's there against one of the ladies.
Against
Right?
Laws, maybe, yeah.
But like if
Against
he's sitting next
Sally,
to Caleb,
It's one of those things where
don't
Sally
think
has a
any-
chance to win it, but it's going to be like they're not going to like pushing the button.
And
I
also
don't
what
think
you're
I don't think any of the returnees like Caleb.
The
And
returnees,
that matters when they vote.
I don't think that they don't like him. I think they do like him.
No,
I
I
just
think they
they
find
were
him
pissed
annoying,
that he
just like
that
they
he
did
snuck past
Cameron.
sure,
him.
but I think they can also appreciate his game
Yeah,
moves.
yeah. See, Cameron
because-
Cameron didn't have game moves. He might have annoyed them, but he did not have game moves. Caleb
Right.
has game moves.
And he
I mean,
kind of
Caleb got it.
hides it
They
in the
wasn't
Caleb-
big
chaos.
game moves to go after the obvious
Okay.
targets.
No, because listen, this
I
just
don't see his
recently.
resume.
No, he
just
did a bunch of
recently.
stuff when they were still Bounty and Baron. He was always
Here's-
like having to pivot his game.
Caleb was in the right votes most of the time in
Yeah,
the
there
first
we
half of
are.
the game, but here's where he comes in the second half of the game. Okay, Caleb got Brooke's secret out of her. He
Yes.
cut Mark
Ooh.
and he lost because of Caleb's move, and Brooke got cut because Caleb got her secret.
read her correctly. Yeah, was able to.
Two returnees
pretty-
cut like right at the hands of Caleb's capabilities. So he still needed to have the numbers. He still needed to have the support, but without Caleb's play on either of them, it wouldn't have happened.
I think his resume is just better.
I think it is too. He's got it
Of-
as long
Of
as
the
he
four that are
knows,
He's got no wins.
yes, he does.
Does
He
that
has the
matter,
one.
though, if
He
you-
does have a win. He got himself back in the game because he was in
That's true.
Exile Island with Keely and who was the other person on there? Was it? I don't remember who the other person was. We'll go back. It's one of the people we lost before merge.
Was it 3 people?
Yeah, because it was 3 of them. It was Keely,
Oh,
him,
yeah.
and was it Sally? I think it was Sally. Yeah, it was
Okay.
Sally.
So I have a pop quiz for you, too.
Okay.
And if anybody can name this, I will be impressed. Who
Oh.
was the name of the first person voted off this season?
It was the preacher guy, wasn't it? Was it David? It was the guy who's a minister, wasn't it?
He's a pastor, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Was it David? Was that his name? I don't remember what his name was.
Christy?
I know what his face though. I know who he is. I just don't know what his name is. I
Well,
could
yeah,
cheat.
Yeah, because he could not stop talking about like telling
Oh,
secrets.
bless him. Bless
Um,
him. It's just doing the good Lord.
Riley?
Guys.
Daniel Lindbergh.
Daniel.
Oh, we should have known it was a Dan.
Daniel. No, and I knew that as soon as he said Daniel, I would have gone. If he had given me multiple choice, I would have been able to say yes, Daniel.
At least I had the first letter right. Dang it.
No, that's good.
Mm.
Closer than I
Yeah.
would have gotten if I didn't have the wiki.
Well, you know what? I think like there's only been 2 seasons of Australia that I could have at the end told you who the first person was with any confidence. And it's because they were such terrible players of
It's
the
a
game
long
that you
season,
remember them.
guys. It's
Yeah.
a long season, and
It
it's about
is.
to be wrapping up. Can you believe it?
It is. So we're heading into the final schedule.
Oh, we're going.
let's
We're
see, let's pull
circling the
that up
drain.
here. We
No,
are getting the
there's
last bits.
three episodes. Can't believe it, but
We are getting the last bit. So what we have for the Australia schedule, not the US schedule, but the Australia schedule is Sunday 4 becomes 3, Monday final challenge, penultimate, and on Tuesday the final tribal, live winner, reveal, and reunion. Oh,
Yay, which they're having
There.
right now, apparently, right?
and
apparently.
They're turning.
and watching AU, I'm always so happy that there's a final 2. I hate the final 3 on US.
Oh, I really
hate it. And no fire challenge, They're
Yeah.
gonna have to go stand on some sort of bricks or some sort of
Yeah,
spike.
I
or
really do
something.
enjoy that.
Remember that
last,
one that one year he was like ratcheting down?
Oh, that was
that was so great.
King.
Oh, that one
Yeah.
was so good.
yeah,
That
no,
she went
no,
out
you're-
on that.
Not only
these
are
pure
your feet
torture
cramping,
challenges at the
but
end.
you
are
have
really-
to continually like change your position to a much more uncomfortable. Not only your feet, but your back, and
I still
the
like
whole
the first season the best, where they were just sitting there. They were on these spot, and they were
On
had
the
just
Yep.
touched the thing, touched the post, and they did it for like 14 hours.
Yeah.
And they don't, well, US will never do anything like that because
Well, I think that we're seeing.
work that hard.
I think that we're seeing more and more cuts being made in the Australia things
Yeah.
as well because
Yep.
they're in a repeated. Their
Yep.
seasons are repeating in the same location, so now they have to start
Yep.
working with local
They
government
have
and
been-
time management and
they have been watching US too long.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
starting to.
and there's ways to it's about money at the end of all of
And
it. It's about
God
how
dang
much
it, if
money
we're-
do they want to
listen,
spend?
One of the things that we love about Australian Survivor is that they will shake it up.
Yeah, I love
Why
it.
were
love it.
they not putting another idol out there for Brooke to find? They could have done that, and this would be a much better finale.
Yeah, because we wanted
saying.
Brooke. Dang it!
Well,
But
we wanted more. We wanted some more action, and not what Sally gave. Apparently,
I feel like if
Allegedly, I haven't seen
anyone
it
is going to have the ability
Okay.
to pull a looky loo in the last hour, is going to be Caleb. Like, there's no
You
way Caleb doesn't try to contrive
yet.
something.
Will an idol go out again? You think one more?
No, that's it.
It's
There
done
won't
now.
be one. There won't
Damn
be one.
it!
Yeah, it goes at 5 is the last time you can use
Oh
one.
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. Well, I
So-
mean, with 3 for sure, but if you only have 2, maybe you could have one more.
Yeah, come on. All right. So, guys, this is the part where I tell you, you can send feedback. There's only 1 week left, but you can still send us some feedback. So you can send that feedback to tallythefeedback@yahoo.com. But you can also do so on the socials. You can find us on any of the socials, and you can find us anywhere that you listen to your favorite podcasts on the Jay and Jack Holt Enchilada feed. And speaking of our friends, Jay and Jack, we would like to thank our friends that contribute at a certain level, and they are Eckhart Rickner, Joanne with the Plan, and Ed, the Poopy Head Mailman. If you would like to become a Patreon and get all of the extra fun from Tally the Votes, the broadcast, the Ramblecast, and Survivor with JJC, then head on over to patreon.com/JNJack. All right, guys, who do you think had the best week? Who was it? I kind of think it was Caleb. I'm going to say it's Caleb.
Because they have to be still there, right?
I don't. Okay.
Gotta be there.
I think Jamie's got a little sparkle going on for Caleb.
No, I think Caleb had
just
the
think-
best week. Out of
Well,
Jackson and Laws and Sally, I think Caleb has the best
It
week.
can't be any of the people who went home. So there's only
Nope.
4 people there. And
You
you have
got
to
it.
kind of look at how he had many options.
Yeah, but I mean, this
Every
is like
tribal, and
saying
he chose which path. And I think either path on a lot of those, he still would have been out on ahead.
He
Do you know what I
made
mean?
sure that Laws wasn't going to work with Keely, that the Girl Alliance was not going to happen. I know he didn't have to work hard because I know how those don't work out 98% of the time.
we're almost to 99 now.
But he played his part in that, keeping Keely and Laws to joining forces. So he had that. He was able to figure out that where Brooke's idol, like that the half idol existed, right?
And that was like, he better start playing poker.
So
truck
Jamie,
driver.
is
He
this-
went to war. He went to war with blanket maggots. Nobody else was fighting him with the fury he had. There's that.
So is this your winner's pick?
I think that right now
this
he's the
point?
I
one that
think
has the
so,
better
yeah.
best resume. But
I
I would
think
love
so at this
Jackson
point.
to win. Just
I'm
so
picking
that-
I like
Jackson.
Jackson. I love Jackson.
would-
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
His name
That
is
is
Jackson,
literally- yeah.
and he's actually playing a pretty good game right now. I mean,
He
he's not,
would
but
be a
we like him
satisfying
still.
winner since he's an underdog if he made it to the end and the jury got to
Also, just like
give
think
him the
about
vote.
how nice the
But I don't
story
know.
is. That
If
how nice
Jackson
is the
gets there, he
story of
wins.
like, yeah, look, Mom,
You think Jackson
I won
beats Caleb
Survivor.
in a
Yeah,
final two?
because every member of the jury thinks all they did was have numbers and use them, and that's not that
Mark knows
impressive.
Caleb.
Mark
Mark
knows
and-
what Caleb was doing.
Mark and Keely and Brooke know Caleb. did what
Keely
he
and Brooke
did.
know he was
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
That like he's
They were like,
All right,
Mark
I'm
didn't,
not
Mark
seeing
didn't
it.
listen to us when we kept trying to
you
warn
don't
him
want to.
about
That's
Caleb.
okay. That's okay.
It's okay. It's all right.
Maybe we'll get an email that someone else will side with you,
Maybe
David,
somebody.
but probably not.
I bet Blanche would. I bet Blanche would side with us. She knows things.
I'm not. You know why? Because it's getting late and we need to wrap this up.
It's
So,
getting late, everybody. Okay, so who do you think is going to be the one cut? Who's
all
who's
gonna-
getting left
right
out of the
now?
final challenge?
right
I say
now,
Caleb-
everything is on that immunity. On
Jackson
immunity now.
wins immunity. Caleb goes home.
If Jackson wins immunity, yes, I would agree.
You think
That's my
so?
prediction.
I think he keeps Caleb and they get rid of Sally.
Why would he keep somebody who could beat him? That would
I
be
don't think
stupid
that he
at that
thinks
point.
he
in the
could
game.
beat him. That's the
But
thing.
he said
doesn't-
to him,
I don't think he thinks he could beat him. He was like, "Work with me. We'll go to the end. I
Wait.
swear it."
when he said, but that was to keep Keely, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's still Jackson.
See, and
He's
he
the new
didn't- and he-
Simon, though.
And
He's
he
the
and
new
he didn't let
Simon.
it happen. So no, I'm not taking you to the end
Yeah.
now.
I just don't.
And-
I mean,
and you
he
know
might
what?
try to cut Caleb, but I think it's gonna be. I think Sally will be the next one going. Laws is the goat. She's going to. They want to take her to the end. They're
Yeah,
gonna
nobody
fight
wants
over
Laz
taking
to go
Laws.
home at this point.
Yeah, they're gonna fight to take her.
I think that if Caleb wins immunity, if anyone but Jackson wins immunity, they will try to make it him.
Yeah, then they'll go after Caleb.
But then, but Laws and Caleb won't want to. They'll probably want Sally. They'll probably like, here. Did you see what she just did last tribal?
This girl's
You know what I
wild.
mean?
Let's get
She
her out.
yeah, she thinks that was all her. It
She's
was
already
not.
got a car. She can drive it home.
And Laws is like, I said week 1 we needed to get rid of Sally. It's my idea.
It's true. It's
Um,
true.
So yeah, but if Caleb wins,
I'm
I think
okay with either Jackson or Caleb winning this at
Yeah.
this point.
yeah,
I'm tied for which one I would like to win better because I do like both of them.
and
but-
watch Sally will win immunity, and then who
Ah,
does Sally?
I like
true.
Sally. Sally'd be fine
Who
with
does
me.
Sally cut then?
Huh?
Caleb.
Sally
Sally will cut
Caleb.
Caleb for sure.
And why would she cut Caleb, David? Why would she cut Caleb instead of Jackson? Oh, because he's a bigger threat at the end, right?
Eh,
He's got a better.
Right.
He's got a better resume.
I don't see it.
Right. Okay. All right. It's getting late. Now we're just being ridiculous. Okay, everybody. We are
Well, I guess-
going to be here next week with the finale to cover. I would love to tell you that we are 100% going to do this on the same day and time. But I think that we are going to try to sneak it up a little bit closer to the finale release. So please hit
Right.
like and subscribe, and then you will know when we know. Otherwise, we'll post it out there on the socials. So find us there and follow us, and then we will all join up next week and celebrate and probably just be sad that we did not get an instant renewal for the next season of AU. They were going to film season back to back, and apparently they have decided that is not happening. So
they were gonna do like 2 seasons in 1 year.
yep.
Like they were gonna
gonna
start to do like a fall spring.
Yep, they were going to go back to back, and then
I
the ratings didn't meet the requirements that they
Okay,
wanted in order to
ratings
do that.
aside, I think it's better when you have it once a year. Honestly, I think it
I'm
would
okay with
US.
that. Yeah,
I think US should do the
It's kind
same
of like
thing
Big Brother.
yeah.
because I feel
like it.
like at this point there was a time when when it was super hot fire, right? And they
Yeah.
were like, oh, how can we crank it out? Okay, and there was a lot of reality TV because it was cheaper to produce, right? So let's just throw 'em
yeah,
out.
and
So
like
2-year made sense
every
then.
channel that had a reality something was doing multiple episodes.
But I feel like at this point, season 50, maybe 1 a year is okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and that's what we really do love that about
Well,
Australia. Looking
and
forward
let's face
to
it,
it. you know.
Let
Absent
us-
season 50, U.S. survivors become repetitive over and over and over and over.
Hey
It's the
David,
same
that
damn thing.
douchebag jar is getting real full, and you're gonna have to buy me a drink.
We're not
pretty
allowed to
soon.
talk about that right now. But
just- I mean,
but,
like,
you know-
spend the cash if you got it and you want to
You-
rant and spend it. It's just gonna
I'm
cost
gonna
you
say,
something.
I just think Jeff should tease us a little bit. Make
Or
us want a little more.
Maybe retire.
Don't give it all.
I don't know. Maybe it's time to retire. Just saying.
You know,
That'd
Yeah,
be
horse
great.
dropping all over the place.
I'd be over for that. I'd be all about that.
Listen,
Oh, come on.
as long as
When
he's not,
the day
as
that
long
he
as he's
passes
not
from this earth, you're
talking.
gonna cry like a baby.
I will not.
I'm just saying that when JLP and David talk about the food they're about to win, it doesn't give me the creeps. Okay? So Jeff needs to work on not creeping me out when he talks about food, and I will have far less negative things to say overall. No creepy food talk, no rapping. That's it. That's
Oh,
my
why does it
minimum
seem creepy
requirement.
now? His voice used to be.
The
he used to
rapping
have-
was
he used to be
creepy.
like, no, but do you remember when he used to get excited and we liked it? He was very animated. He moved a lot, and now it's like maybe because he's gotten older, he doesn't like move quite as much. So that's why it seems creepy.
No,
Maybe
it's
a little
because he talks about a
animatronic.
hamburger like it's going to undress itself with
Maybe
all
it
of the
is.
fixings.
All right.
Creepy. And David's like, hey, look, we've
Mm.
got some grilled meat. Look at my muscles. Have fun, kids. We love it. It's good. We'll take that. It's perfect. Once a year, then. We don't need multiple seasons of it, or we might
No.
start dogging on the big guys.
right.
Just saying. That's the thing. Doses, anticipation. 1 season a year. Well, that's good enough for me, as long as we have it.
All
I
right.
mean, everybody's probably thinking that about us right now. Like, just get the hell off my screen.
I'm
Get out
thinking
of
that.
my ears.
Thinking that.
So we can, and we will. And we'll be here next week to cover the end, the actual pointy end. Bye.
Just the tip.